Alright, hello. This is Taj from Saturn Games West. I'm here showing off our current progress in Echoes and Overdrive. By the way, we have a new team name, and an old icon. Still working with that one. Anyway, new map elements, and of course, new performance. Oh. Well, that's a clearly visible camera. Anyway. That camera actually leads to something, and it's not that screen. That screen displaying what is shown in here. And this guy is supposed to be an enemy, but he doesn't have any AI right now. Also, here's the camera. Now, the reason these cameras are here is because it gives players the ability to look up at the screen during gameplay and see where other players are. For instance, that camera all the way up there is actually angled in a very strategic way, and on this screen you can actually get an overview of the entire city. If you're looking for a specific player who might be hiding, one of the places they could be hiding, right on top of the hotel, assuming that I can get there. This is a great place to hop on up and pull out a clicker and just start sniping, I guess. Now, what I did there was a technique called air dash, and it's actually a side effect of our slide code, where if you hold down shift, press control, you'll actually do a slide. And the slide power actually diminishes as you keep sliding. It lasts about a good 2 seconds before it completely ends. Another great sniping spot is right on top of the clock tower. Also, if you press C, there's a third person view. We also have our own debug view. You'll see that right now the FPS is at 60, but on lesser hardware that's not development hardware, it's definitely going to drop down. I've seen it drop down to 24 FPS because this map is not optimized, and that's all I'll say about that. Animations are currently broken because of the way inverse kinematics works. Also, there's currently no sliding animation for the lower half of the body. We did say that we enabled roll canceling. Update on that, there's no more roll. You just don't roll anymore. It was very glitchy. I'm pretty sure dash jumping is also very glitchy. I just opened Windows Copilot. Whoops. Keep in mind, I am not the programmer of the group. I am the artist of the group. This camera took about 10 minutes. I did not put a lot of thought into it. However, that screen giving a live view of the entire map, that took like 3 hours. We didn't even talk about these. These are just... Now the thing is, they don't work like the typical jump pads. See, what they actually do is just add a velocity to the player. None of the jump pad code is set within itself. It actually needs code on an object to launch it. So unfortunately, physics objects will not be colliding with the jump pads in the current state of the game. It'll actually just crash the game. Now, you might have noticed that the player wasn't actually holding any weapon in their hands, despite the fact that the inverse kinematics for their hands are in fact set up for weapons and their animations. Well, that's because they're not programmed or in the game yet. But we do have a few of them modeled. For instance, this one is the Solo, and it's called the Solo because it's the basic pistol, and it's modeled after Han Solo's blaster. Yeah, I wasn't very creative with this one. And this is the PD_Super Dragon. Those of you who have been taking a look at the art channel on the Discord might recognize this as the HD remake that I made not too long ago. And the way it fires is, it's actually just bones controlling the textures for the muzzle flash coming out of the gun really fast. Again, not really too much going on here. And of course, we can't forget about our token rocket launcher, the Compensator. This is the thing that you'll be seeing everyone fly around the map with, because, spoiler alert, we're adding rocket jumping. We don't know how we're gonna add rocket jumping quite yet, but we got the rocket launcher part, so that's done. Also, if you're wondering why it's called the Compensator, I mean, like, that was already a given. Also, on that note, since there's no way of being able to actually get a look at this in-game, the missile is called Pussy Destroyer.